There is an event going on this weekend where you can learn more about gluten-free living. But before you head to the state fairgrounds for the Gluten-Free Food Allergy Fest, we have an expert here in studio to talk with us about some of the signs of gluten intolerance and how to notice them in children. Dr. Charles Vanderpool is at Riley Hospital for Children. We've heard so much about these gluten-free products and celiac disease, specifically with children. How do you know that that's something they're dealing with?
Yeah, it can be very difficult at times, and the symptoms can be very mild, but the most common symptoms are diarrhea, abdominal pain, and often bloating. But symptoms can vary from one individual to another, so it can be very difficult.
And kids are often picky eaters, we know that. So how do you differentiate between a picky eater and a kid who may really have an issue?
Yeah, for certain issues with gluten, there can be very reliable blood tests. So there's a great way to test for celiac disease specifically, and even wheat allergy. So there can be varied issues that you can have with wheat, but after that it often becomes a trial of elimination. But it is important to make sure there is not a issue with wheat allergy or gluten or celiac disease prior to avoiding gluten.
And those can be very serious. What do you do if you have a kid that may have one of these issues? Are you packing lunch differently? What can you do to help?
Yeah, so that's one of the nice things, and at the fairgrounds is that it's a great resource to find different foods, different things that you can give to your kids, but it does often become an issue where you have to do certain things for your kids when they go to school, like packing their lunch. But it's becoming more and more easy to find those products that are gluten-free now.
The right products, especially for kids who, again, can be very picky eaters.
Yes.
Now, when we turn to adults, of course, this has become a huge trend. So many people doing this because they enjoy the gluten-free lifestyle. But there are people who genuinely have this issue.
Yes.
What can be some of the risks for those people who do eat gluten when they're allergic to it?
Yeah, so you can have, with celiac disease, you can have just chronic medical issues, and even as you get into adulthood, you can have issues with bone health and osteoporosis, fertility issues. There can be a lot of different aspects, even to adult care, that can be very important to know whether or not you have a true celiac disease or true medical condition, or whether or not you may just have gluten sensitivity.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know this is top of mind for a lot of parents as they head back to school, start packing lunch once again. Again, that fest is happening today. It is at the State Fairgrounds. You'll get a lot of cool products you can taste and try. Bring your kids. It goes on from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock today. Tickets are $15 for adults, $5 for kids, but you can also get a discounted ticket by using a link on our website, WTHR. Just click on Hot Topics.